I'm MrBeast, and this is the Wired Autocomplete interview. Let's see what weird things you guys Google about me. Whew, I actually don't Google myself much, so I have no idea what's about to pop up. Okay, board number 1. Why is MrBeast named MrBeast? I wish I had a better story to tell you guys, but when I started an Xbox Live account many years ago when I was a little kid, it autofilled the name as MrBeast 6000. Eventually I dropped the 6000 and that's how I got MrBeast. What is MrBeast logo supposed to be? I don't really know. I guess it's kind of like a tiger. I'll be honest. I mean, even though that logo's probably been seen 100 billion times, I actually put very little thought into it. When I was a little kid, I just kind of designed a tiger and here we are. My name, my logo, probably should have had more thought behind it. I'll admit it. Why does MrBeast change his thumbnails? That's a good question. So what they're referring to is sometimes we'll upload a video with the thumbnail, and then if you check the video a month later, it'll have a different thumbnail. The answer is, I just never know how to thumbnail our videos because sometimes we'll do something crazy like world's fastest man versus a cheetah. How do you show that in a thumbnail? Because there's like 100 different ways you can make a thumbnail of a man running against a cheetah. You could do like a side profile shot, you could do a frontal shot. And so a lot of it is me just like second guessing myself and be like, I don't know if this thumbnail is the best, or maybe we change this angle. And my thumbnail team probably hates me because I just like change my mind all the time and constantly change the thumbnails. Thumbnails are important, but what is ultimately most important is that you just make great content. How does MrBeast get his contestants? Typically we have this Instagram page that I promote on my Instagram stories all the time called MrBeast Casting. It has the verified check mark, and then we just source a lot of our contestants through there. All right, we got another one. MrBeast's first video. Well, if you go to my channel, you can set it to oldest, and you will see that my first video is actually, I recreated Saw in Minecraft. I was a little kid with a hand-me-down laptop from my brother that I kind of like stole. I load up Minecraft, and I'm just building like, I built this big box, and then I put like some little like pigs from there in there, and then put like mini weird saw traps, and I was just like, look at this funny, weird thing I made, and it was, yeah, no one watched it or cared. The thing is, if you watch a piece of content you made 6 months ago and you don't see a lot of things that could be improved, then you're probably not constantly improving and evolving. And so for me, there is no such thing as a perfect video. Things can always be better. The pacing or the editing or, you know, even the coloring, the lighting, there is no perfect piece of content. And so I think until the day I die, I will always look at whatever I filmed 6 months prior and, you know, see the flaws and think it could be improved. Does MrBeast respond to DMs? I'll just be blunt. I probably get over 100,000 DMs a day. So I do respond to maybe a couple here and there a month, but if you DM me, the odds of me replying to you are probably lower than a shark falling from space and eating you. So maybe just don't waste your time. MrBeast off camera. That's me right here. It's actually partially why I'm excited to do this. My videos have gotten so big and sometimes they revolve around the contestants and not me, and a lot of people feel like they don't know me anymore or really get to hear me talk. And it was pretty eye-opening. I uploaded a video on my second channel where I reacted to a video called Hide Me in 10 Years, and it was just me talking. And like the top comment on my video was like, wow, it's very refreshing to see Jimmy just being himself. And it had like 30,000 upvotes. And I was like, dang, I should do more chill things, you know? Because everything I do is like bigger, higher stakes. And it seems like right now a lot of people who watch my content or fans, whatever you wanna call them, just wanna see more raw me. And so, yeah, hopefully people don't have to Google MrBeast off camera. They can just see me in situations like this. What does MrBeast do with his money? Depends on the week. One week we're burying me alive for a video. The next week we're building 100 wells in Africa. Jokes aside, I spend most of my money on our YouTube content. Could be literally anything. If you scroll through my channel, it's a bunch of random stuff. So outside of content though, I have a couple cats, a couple dogs. I have a fiance. For the most part, I reinvest all my money into content, and I don't really do much besides film. What is MrBeast's most expensive video? Back in the day, it used to be when we recreated Squid Games. I spent $4 million on that. And that was like crazy at the time. But I mean, we've had quite a few videos since then where we've spent more than 4 million. It's hard because I don't really track like or care that much about the money spent. It's more about the story. What do people feel? And it's not really about the money anymore. But I will say the most just period expensive thing I did was Beast Games, which was our Prime Video show. I mean, in season 1, I spent over like $20 million just building a city in the show. So for the contestants to live in. So that thing, we got a little carried away. What is MrBeast's most popular video? Well, as of right now, my most viewed video is when I recreated Squid Games in real life. I used to, when I was younger, focus a lot on views and how many views does a video get. But the wave I've been on more recently is just obviously how does a video make people feel? Because there's a big difference between 100 million people watching a video, right? Or our average video does 200 million views. There's a big difference between 200 million people watching a video and be like, yeah, that was cool, versus 200 million people watching a video and loving it and be like, wow, that was really awesome, and like really enjoying the experience. And so I try to measure it more on, you know, quality views as opposed to just views. What is MrBeast doing next? I am actually dropping season 2 of Beast Games, our biggest competition show ever in the history of anything. We have 100 of the strongest people in the world compete against 100 of the smartest people in the world for $5 million, maybe $10 million. Yeah, I mean, we built a brand new city, biggest sets in history, just a whole large, massive undertaking, and that's been a good chunk of this past year, and I'm excited for it to finally come out. Oh, those are fun ones. What we got next? Who won MrBeast's Island? Which island? Whoever Googled this, you didn't clarify. I've given away a lot of islands in my life. Actually, this year, I think I've given away 2 islands in 2025 alone. So I think the first island I ever gave away, Chandler won. We did Last Sleeve Island. He named the island Jeff. I don't remember who won the second island. The third island, I think, was when I hit 100 million subscribers. I flew 100 random subscribers down to a private island and had them compete for it. It was such an awesome, really epic video. And then we gave away an island in season 1 of Beast Games. We gave away an island in season 2 of Beast Games. We've given away quite a few islands. In my experience, when someone wins an island, the first thing they do is try to sell it. Because they're like, I don't want to go to this island. So, which is why I probably won't give much islands away in the future, because it's, you know, not as practical as like a house. What does MrBeast donate to? We did a video where we helped 1,000 blind people see, we helped 1,000 people hear again. We did a video where we help people walk again. We do a lot of projects that I would, I guess, sum up as helping people with healthcare, especially in America. And then the other side of what we do is we actually, with Feastables, we're the largest ethically sourced chocolate company in the world. So 100% of our chocolate, we only work with farms that audit and remediate child labor on their farms. And most people don't realize this, but there's 1.5 million kids in illegal child labor just on cacao farms. So we can have cheap chocolate. And so I don't necessarily donate to them, but those are just more what I just use my money to make change instead of giving it to other people to make change, I guess. But a large part of it right now is trying to get as many of the 1.5 million kids in illegal child labor and chocolate out of it through Feastables. And then the other side is, you know, I just think it's weird that in America, there are people who their only hope of seeing, walking, hearing is that a YouTuber steps in and pays for stuff, which is like silly. So that's right now most of where my focus has been in terms of helping people. What is MrBeast's favorite YouTube video? This might seem like a weird one. I bet most people listening to this will have no idea what I'm saying. But there's this YouTuber back in the day called Technoblade, and he had this series where he tried to farm the most potatoes on a server, more potatoes than this squid guy. People who don't play Minecraft are gonna think I'm crazy, but as a grown man saying this is my favorite video, but Technoblade was a YouTuber that sadly passed away, but he was very, very funny and charismatic. And that video, it's just so freaking funny how he just farms millions of potatoes over the course of months, but somehow makes it incredibly entertaining. And I find myself watching that like once a year, and it's always inspirational. All right, what we got next? Will MrBeast hit 1 billion subscribers? I hope. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. Even what I have already, 450 million subscribers. It's freaking crazy. Like I'm almost tearing up just thinking about it. I mean, that is such an unfathomably large number. Like I'm already more than grateful for what I have. I mean, I have more followers, more, you know, people who watch my content than I ever could have dreamed of when I was a little kid. So will MrBeast hit 1 billion subscribers? I hope, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. I mean, I already have more than I ever thought I would in terms of viewership and fans. And so, yeah, I guess we'll see. Are MrBeast games scripted? Are MrBeast games scripted? Why are we Googling this? No, they are not. Oh my gosh, I spend so many millions of dollars to make my videos where I don't have to do that kind of stuff where, all right, here, brace yourselves. Here's the deal. In most giant competition shows, what they would do is like if you're a contestant, most shows would have a camera guy or woman walk up to you and film you, and then a story producer stand behind the camera and be like, hey, we need you to say these lines, or you're kind of the villain, or you're the good guy, or whatever. The camera guy would film you for 5-10 minutes, done. Go to the next person, next person. That's how they film it. What we do, like in Beast Games, for example, we had 1,000 contestants, more than any show in history, and we put a camera rolling 24/7 in front of all of them so they can just be themselves, right? Which is why we actually have the literal Guinness World Record for most cameras ever used in a single production. And the reason why shows don't do that is because I had to set up 1,000 cameras, which is millions of dollars. We actually broke the world record for most cables ran in a single production for cameras, which is millions of dollars. I had to set up a control room, which is millions of dollars. And then the downstream effects, because you have 1,000 cameras recording, you now have millions upon millions of dollars in storage. I had petabytes on petabytes of footage. I mean, you're talking 1,000 cameras running for hours upon hours upon hours, day after day, filming all these contestants. And then the downstream effect is I then have to hire over 130 editors to shift through the footage, and we're editing for so long compared to any other competition show. And it's millions of dollars every step of the way, and it's so much effort. But the reason we do that is because unlike other shows, I don't have to go, hey, this is your 10-minute filming window, say these lines, all right, we're good. I can just leave the cameras running. And we spend all this money on infrastructure so we can just capture the contestants being the contestants, them being themselves, right? And I don't have to fake anything. But that's the kind of stuff that people don't see and they don't understand, but that's what you feel. And that's why I think partially why people gravitate towards our videos, because they can tell they're authentic and they can tell it's not scripted like normal reality shows, but they can't put it to words if you ask them. And in my opinion, this is why. It's because we go infinitely above and beyond 100x what anyone else would. So contestants can just be themselves, and we're recording all the time. And then we can just show an actual true reflection of what happened and not have to craft things in a short window. Can MrBeast buy the NFL? Can he buy the NFL? I already bought the NFL. What are you talking about? I bet maybe 2% of people watching this understand that joke. To the other 98% of you, just know that if you are a part of the 2%, you would think that's funny. MrBeast Game Season 2. It's my brand new show that just dropped. We had 100 of the smartest people in the world compete against 100 of the strongest people in the world for one of the largest cash prizes in entertainment. And I'm telling you, this show is gonna blow your freaking mind. It's bigger than anything that has ever been put on television. I mean, we built some of the largest sets in history to have these contestants be dwindled down to the rightful winner of $5 million or maybe $10 million. I could sit here and ramble for hours. Just trust me, season 2 of Beast Games, we went all out, and I know you're gonna like it. Yeah. I thought it would snap. Oh well, all right. That's all the boards. This was actually a pretty fun interview. You guys didn't Google as weird of stuff as I thought you would. But yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk to everyone. Thank you guys, anyone who's ever watched my videos. And I don't know if they'll cut this out, but go watch Beast Games Season 2, it's out right now.